Hello everyone and welcome back to Cars and Escapades. Today we'll have a bit of an escapade as well as a car. The car I'm showing you is the Aston Martin DB5 from Goldfinger. In fact, it's an Agora model and it does require quite a deal of assembly. The company sends one box every month, like so. And the instructions are online, and so I'll follow those and let you see how this is assembled. Now previously I have done the Aston Martin DB5 from No Time to Die. And I'm part way through the Lotus underwater car from The Spy Who Loved Me. Now let's get started. This is box number 1. And when the box is opened, all the parts are numbered in the corner there as to what to start with. So we're not going to start with number 3, but we will start with number 1. Which is down here. And this is the bonnet. Along with that comes a neat little screwdriver, and there's also a pair of forceps in there somewhere too. I find the easiest way to open these is with a pair of scissors, because this packaging doesn't lend itself to easy opening. Now first of all we remove the bonnet from the packaging and turn it upside down, and inside you'll see there's this cover to be held in place like that. It's a good idea to put the bonnet on a surface that is unlikely to scratch it, and that's just over here. The first thing to do is to slot the air intake onto the bonnet. Next we need to fit the felt cover onto the bonnet, peeling off the protective cover as we go. And that's that little section complete. Next, the support rod, that's this little thingy here, has to be positioned so that the ends are under the support frame, and these two little pieces here have to be slotted into these little holes. And that's that. Next, the frame is placed on top here with these little screw holes lined up. Then that's screwed in place with these little tiny screws using the gold screwdriver for the Goldfinger car. Next we have the bonnet hinges, which are these tiny little things here. That slots onto there, and then a pin goes through here. Now that's both of those inserted. Now these two hinges are then placed on the bonnet frame like so, and then they'll be screwed into place. And that's those done. And finally, for the bonnet lock goes into this little hole here and pushed in like so. Now the next thing to build is one of the wheels, and these wheels have spokes. The builder has a choice of either assembling the wheels one spoke at a time, which is this kit, and this bit, but I think I'd prefer to put them all together with the ready assembled spokes. So that's what we'll do. So first of all, we need the spokes for the outer wheel, which is just here, and the two hub sections here and here. Now we'll put that to one side. So the outer wheel hub is placed down there, the spokes placed there, and the inner wheel hub slotted down on top, like so. Next we place this hub onto the spokes that go on the back. Then next we assemble this bit here so that the screw holes line up, and clip that on like so. Then 3 screws are placed in these holes here. One. Then the front spokes go onto the back spokes like so. So the front and rear spokes are slot together like that. Next, the spoke retainer ring slots over the top. Then that goes into the inner retainer ring, like so. Fix that with some little screws. There are 4 of those. And next we fit on the outer wheel rim, turn it over and put 4 screws in there. And that's the wheel hub done. It's very important to make sure that the spokes are all slotted into the right place here and all evenly spaced before going further. The small cap for the wheel which appears later on and which we can place on there now, but it goes on once the axles are completed. First of all, these tyres are quite firm and therefore have to be soaked in hot water first. And finally we get the last little bit in, like so. Flip it over, line it up, roll it around, and that's that completed hubcap on. Last of all, in package number 1, we have the driver's side door to assemble. The door handle is the first thing to be attached and is done so with a screw from behind. Next, the door hinge is put in place and then a cover to hold it there. That'll need a screw put in. And that's that done. Next, the window is put into place. And of course it's important not to tighten the screws so the plastic might crack. And that's that little part of the procedure done. Packet number 6 is the indoor panel for the right door. First of all, there's the handle, which I can show you just there in place. Now I have to turn it over and put a screw in the back. Next, the telephone panel, because of course back in Goldfinger days there was a telephone in the car long before we got mobile phones, and that has to be screwed in on the back. Finally, for this little section, the armrest has to be screwed in again from the back. Now you'd think that this packet being number 007 would be something special, but no, it's just the inside of the door again, and the remainder of that to be put together. First of all, we have to insert the telephone wire through this little hole here. Now to do that, my hands will be in the way, so I'll just complete that little task and then show you the result. So there it is, and turning over, you can see that there are 4 coils on the other side. So there's the telephone sitting in its cradle. So now the inside panel of the door just simply slots on over the top, like so. That stays together with 4 screws, and that's all done. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the internal door assembly then goes onto the door frame, as so. So that was 3 screws, 1, 2, 3. Now we have the trim to put in place, and that just slots in over the top like so. Next we have the bottom trim, which just slots into place like this, and that's complete. And finally, the bottom trim chrome appearance to go on here. And that's the driver's side door, complete with telephone. Thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please give a thumbs up. Also, if you'd like to watch further videos of the assembly of the Aston Martin Goldfinger DB5, please click on the subscribe button and also the little bell so that you get notifications when they're appearing. In the meantime, cheerio.